Well, folks, settle down and get our guest speaker on here. Man, he had a group called the Wolf Pack in HCN. Young man was on fire. Matter of fact, did so well. He had a group of people running around with him, and it was building and building and building. And I got so impressed with him. I followed his history and his career. He came to the United States in 2002 and decided got a job working at Applebee's. And he found out he could make more money talking for a living than he can back-breaking, working with his hands. And he said, listen, I've been getting involved with ACN. Never look back. His 10 years anniversary. He'll be next month on the March the 6th. He'll be 30. Matter of fact, I know his birthday from the top of my head. Ain't that crazy? Without further ado, let's give a round of applause to Regional Vice President Platinum, the one and only Mr. Shakeel.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back on the call again. And I was just thinking, what do I want to talk about today? And I noticed I was talking to one of my business partners yesterday, and she was just adamant about, man, the system. And she was just talking about all of the SVPs, that the lifestyle they've been living since they've been involved in ACN is like outrageous when man, they're making this type of money every single month. And we've been in for 10 years, and they've probably been doing this before we got involved in the business. And it's because we had a simple system that still to this day, it benefits everybody that implements it. So I just want to talk to everyone today on the call and just tell you what works. What to just go out there, what's going to save you a lot of time, what's going to save you a lot of energy, but more importantly, what's going to save you a lot of money so that you don't have to wait 15 years to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Listen, by the show of hands right now, who here want to enjoy and make money at the same time while you're learning? You don't want to wait 10 years. You don't want to wait 15 years, because I've had the opportunity to just do the business and reap the benefits while I'm continuing to grow. So when I first got involved, you're taking notes, be coachable. I know sometimes you hear some of the same things, and the reason why, because it's a system. And if we have to keep drilling it and drilling and drilling into your head before you get it, you got to be coachable. And the number one reason why you want to start with being coachable, because the way that you build your business with your mentor is how you're going to build it with your team. Meaning that if you're not a coachable person, you're naturally going to start to recruit people in your organization that's also not coachable. And what I noticed, that building a business with people that's coachable, it makes it where as though it's fun, it's exciting. But when you have to build a business with someone that you have to convince, you have to just keep telling them to do the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's a lot of friction. It's not two people that's working together on the same goal, same vision. So I just got off the phone with my mentor, Regional Vice President, Mr. Adam Root. And, we was just chatting it up. We got everything back in Naples, the houses and stuff, everything is coming together. And he was just showing me all the new improvements that has been done on our house. And I'm thinking like, man, because I was coachable to this guy 10 years ago, we still have a relationship today where we're enjoying life, spending time with our family, making money, traveling, staying in different cities. Half of the year he lives in Florida now. Half of the year he lives in Maryland. Like, we both is living the same type of lifestyle. And to me, it's because I was coachable. So a lot of times, if you just want to have the lifestyle that you're mentor, and it's not about money. People gotta understand that it's not about money, it's the quality of life. Because there's a lot of people that make a lot of money, but they can't live a really good quality of life because whatever reason. But if you want to live a quality life where you can spend time with your family, you can travel, you can live in different cities, you can just see the world a little bit, you can just do a little bit more, just meet new people and have different type of experiences, you can have that through this opportunity, because I've seen it happen for so many people. And while so many people are excited about me, I'm like, listen, I have no business background. I don't know nothing about business, but because I was coachable to someone that was trying to help me get to where they're trying to go. And in this business, if you're blessed with someone that's trying to help you go there, just be coachable. Just say yes and let's go. Listen, if you just master those 2 words, your business will change forever. So literally, you literally just want to be coachable. And the reason why you want to be coachable, because just being coachable makes the opportunity so smooth. You have fun doing it. See, the experience that I've had in this opportunity while I'm still here 10 years later is because I had a great experience while building the business. It has been fun. It hasn't been challenging as far as the people that I'm working with. Why? Because my mentor, just everything that he put in place for me to win, it also put in place for his and his family to win. And I know for a fact that seeing him get the results and seeing me get the results now also have trickled down to my organization, where there are people that's been doing ACN for 9, 8 years, and they're enjoying the fruits of their labor while they're building the business. And that's what I want to get to you guys on the call today, that you don't have to wait a long time before you can start earning money and learning at the same time, where the business can just become fun. Number 2, what do you want to do next? You want to go out there and be the person that's outworking everybody. The reason why, because if you outwork your team, no one can question you. See, a lot of times why I didn't have a lot of back and forth with a lot of my leadership is because I just outworked them. Like, what are you going to tell me if I'm outworking you every single day? You can't tell me anything, and they seen it. So if you want people to listen to you, just go outwork them, because at the end of the day, the respect is going to come naturally. Like, man, this person is having success, and the reason why he's having success is because he is outworking me. You literally just got to outwork your team. Once you outwork your team, no one can question you. No one can question you, because they know that the fruits of your labor came from what? Hard work and dedication. Literally. I remember when I first got involved in AC, I used to count the days. I'm like, man, I've done thousands and thousands of home meetings, because if you're doing minimum 2 home meetings a day and you're doing it, let's say 5 days out of the week, you start doing the math, you realize you're doing thousands and thousands of home meetings. But my secret to success was that I condensed time frame. So while everyone was saying, 10 years I'll be SVP, or 10 years I'll be this, I said to myself, I'm just going to do the work every single day. If I just do the work every single day, I will be able to condense my time frame. So the work that I've done in the past 10 years, most people probably haven't done in 20 years. I just did it every single day because I didn't want to be 30 years old and then be like, you know what, I'm ready to start taking ACN serious. And I let 10 years go by where I didn't take the business serious. So now that I'm about to be 30 years old, I'm at a point now where the business is just going to continue to just go up. Compound effect. I know you guys heard about it before. A penny triple a day, a penny double a day, right? Just think about it. Over time, what's going to happen is that penny is going to turn into dollars. Them dollars are going to turn into thousands, and it just continues to keep growing over time. But you first have to go out there and implement that system where you're just outworking everybody. Number 3, duplicatable. Just be duplicatable. And what is being duplicatable? Just start looking sharp. When you look sharp, people respect you more. It's so weird. When people see me dressed up, when I post them, because after a while, I was dressed up for so many years. People, they want to see something. They want to see difference, right? They want to see you be able to mix it up and stuff like that, right? So for a while, I just started just dressing, regular, a lot of times, not really posting too much suit pictures. But now, again, as I start posting a lot of suit pictures, people are just like, the respect level is there. So it's kind of like Superman when you go into the booth, right? I can become whoever I need to be to fit into my environment. If I have a business deal, I want to talk to someone about business, guess what I do? I go put the suit on. I put the tie on. I put the nice, clean shoes on. And guess what? I go handle business, and people respect me for that. So you got to dress for the environment. See, you can't go to a business meeting in just regular jeans and, just urban, regular, street clothes. You just can't do that. You can't wear your pajamas to a business meeting. So a lot of times, I tell people this, right? Dress the way you want to be addressed. Dress the way you want to be addressed. See, that's the number one thing. Listen, when you look like money, people want to spend money with you. I'm not telling you to go broke, but I'm just telling you, when you look like money, people want to spend money with you. When you smell like money, people want to do business with you. See, a lot of times people don't invest into these little things. Like, You know, it only costs about $100 to go get you a nice cologne. If you're a young man or older man on his car, go get you a nice cologne. And before you walk into the room, spray it on you, because you know somebody gonna say, well, what's that? What you got on? Conversation. I do it every single time. I never leave the house without it. It's called 1 million. I just gave you guys a tip. Listen, go to Macy's, get you that 1 million. I promise you, everywhere that you go, as you spray that on you, someone will stop you and ask you, what do you got on? You smell good. I use a bottle every month. Every time I leave the car, I just spray it on me. Why? Because I know when I walk into the door, someone is gonna say, "Oh, you smell good." And it sparks a conversation. See, I do little things to spark conversations. I do it all the time. I go look at nice, super expensive high-rise apartments throughout Houston, right? And I just go meet people. I just go meet people, have a conversation, because you never know who they know. But if you're not leaving the house to meet new people, how are you going to build a community? How are you going to be able to build a business if you're stuck in the house every day just trying to think, you know what? People are just going to come to me. It's not going to work like that. See, I'm just telling you all the simple things that has worked for me for 10 years, and I promise you, it's still working today. See, listen, if every time you log into your back office and the system update and there's not a new customer or there's not a new business partner, then your system is not working. See, if you work today or you didn't work and there's not a new customer or a new business partner, your system is not working. Because the ultimate goal is to have a business that's running if you're working at the moment or you're not working at the moment. Meaning that if you did 10 meetings today or you did 0 meetings today, new people are signing up, new customers are coming in. Why? Because the business has to be bigger than just you. But you are the system, because whatever you do is what your team is going to do. Is whatever your team is going to do is what you do. So again, you have to go out there and be duplicatable. And number one, like I said, being duplicatable is what? Dressing the part. Just start investing into the way that you look when you leave the house. When you go to a business meeting, if you're a man, stop wearing the big old suits. Stop wearing the big suits. Because when you wear a big suit, I don't care how much money you have, people just look at you like, they don't think that you're, because if you don't care about the way that you come into a business, people are going to judge you. And listen, it sounds weird, but I'm telling you, the number one thing, even as men, when we're at a business event, if you see a person in a sharp suit, you like, man, that's clean. When you see a person with a big old baggy suit, nobody don't even want to take a picture with you. Why? Because you are a walking advertisement. When I got involved in ACN, everyone was wearing baggy suits because that was the thing to do, right? I started wearing super skinny suits. And then you notice what? Everybody started wearing super, because back then it's just like skinny jeans. We can agree at one point, men was like, man, I'm not wearing no skinny jeans or just skinny clothes. Remember a couple years ago when they used to wear the big old 5X t-shirts? It was just like the baggy clothes era. But now if you wear that, people look at you weird, right? Because people judge on the outside, God judge on the inside. And we're in the people business. So I'm only telling you that people are going to judge you based on the way that you present yourself. It don't cost, just spend a little bit of money to just get your suit tailored. It don't got to be a $500 suit, but just get it where as though it fits you. Just start looking like you're $1 million before you have $1 million. Start acting like it. Start dressing like it. Start talking like it. Start moving like it. Instead of going to the cheap bar down the street that all your friends and them go to, why not take that extra 20-minute drive and, go eat at the expensive restaurant? And not saying you got to spend money, just get you some water, get you a side of fries, sit there for an hour, talk to the bartender, network, meet people. Why? Because I do it every single day. Every single day. 2 days ago, I was just at the Bentley dealership, just talking to the people in there. Then I go have lunch at the restaurant in the same parking lot. So they get familiar with seeing me there. So now when I come there, it's just like, what's up, man? You become familiar. See, if you're not doing these things, how do you expect people to build rapport with you? You can't just go hang out in the rich community one time. No, you got to be known as he's always here. Why? Because you're priming your mind to have the lifestyle that we all desire to live. And I don't care if you say you don't want a lot of money, whatever the case may be, because if that's the case, why do you get up and go to work every single day? Because at the end of the day, if you're going to work regardless, I'd rather work smart than work hard. And what's working smart? Working smart to me is having a system in place that no matter what happens, it keeps working without me. It keeps working without me. And that's what Asian is all about. Stop making this business more complicated than it really has to be. All it is just being consistent, outworking everybody, making a name for yourself, and just looking the part. Because once people know that, man, this person, he just work hard, no matter what you do in life, they will follow you. They will follow you. You don't have to be this special person and come from money and all of this stuff. You listen, no, people respect hard work. And that's one thing that anyone cannot take from you, because at the end of the day, you know that you put in the work. And that's what people respect. I'm nobody special. I just went out there and I worked everyone when people, didn't think that I would do it. They didn't like, man, no. It's a system, and you just keep working the system over and over and over and over. And then one day it becomes bigger than you. That's where you want to get to the point where it's not about you anymore. It's about, man, we got a winning culture. Just think about someone like LeBron James, right? I don't really watch sports, but last night it said he is like the #1 scorer in the NBA, right? But you ever notice that since LeBron got involved in the NBA, instead of people being team fans, they become people fans, right? So they don't care if LeBron go to Miami or he can go back to Cleveland or he go to the LA Lakers. It don't matter what team he go to. People are following him. They're not following the team. You want to be the person that people are following no matter what you do. They just said, you know what? If he's doing it, if she's doing it, I'm doing it. I don't care what they're doing. They're going to follow you. Because people, they follow people. They don't follow businesses. They don't follow teams. They don't follow organization. They follow people. That's why there's now things called influencers, right? Where companies want to partner with people that have what? A lot of influence, right? If you have a lot of influence, you can bring a whole lot of people to market that product or that service that you probably didn't have before. But people are only going to buy it. Why? Because that person is in front of it. Just think about McDonald's, right? Why do you think McDonald's always partner with an artist, or they're always partner with somebody to eat McDonald's, right? They'll give you a whole deal. This is the such and such deal. And it's the same high C and the double cheeseburger. It's the same thing, but they use influencers to market things. And people are going to think, you know what? Because this person says, I should go try it. Guess what happened? They go try it anyway, even though they don't like McDonald's, right? Because they influence. So as you're a business owner, you start to build that influence where, again, people are going to follow you. And you know what? Just seeing that everything that I'm saying, some people are taking it in like, yeah, this sounds all good and true, but I'm telling you, it's working till this day. I'm only telling you what's working to this day. See, there's not a lot of people that started and is still making money from something that they did since October 27, 2013. I've been making money since October 27, 2013. How many people is still getting paid from something that they started in 2013? But how many people is still paying for something that they purchased in 2013? Some people are still paying for the car that they had since 2013, 10 years ago. So you got to change your mindset up. See, people are so used to just paying for things over a long period of time instead of having a mindset of getting paid for a long time from something that you did one time. See, when I noticed that residual income, just the power behind shifting your mindset from getting paid every 2 weeks to getting paid for something that you do for the rest of your life. See, just think about it, right? Everyone want to be either you want to be in the sports industry or you want to be entertainment, actor, music, whatever the case may be, right? The ultimate goal from all of those industries is residual income. The reason why most people want to be a musician because they want to make a CD one time and get paid for the rest of their life, right? Why do you think there's record labels, right? Why? Because record labels, they're no different, right? They are looking for whichever has the hottest song out We're going to sign that person to our record label. And guess what? We're going to get paid for the life of this song. You ever heard of like one hit wonders? Because they don't care if you have a catalog. They listen, that one song, who ever heard songs from the 90s, the 80s on the radio? And you got to understand that there are some people that still getting paid from work they did 20 years ago. And in ACN is the same concept, but it's all about shifting your mindset to being able to say, you know what? I'm going to build something that I'm going to get paid for generations to come, instead of just getting paid every 2 weeks. And I'm trying to just put this all in perspective, but it's like, I just want to be real quick. Listen, I'm from Baltimore. I don't know nobody from Baltimore that can say today that, man, I started something when I was 20 years old and I'm almost 30 years old, man. I'm still getting paid on it. It's still growing without me. I don't even know my team no more. I don't know nobody. I just don't. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just telling you, listen, I'm from Baltimore. Like, people from Baltimore don't got no money. As far as if you're in the inner city, there's no money. So even your friends don't got no money. How do you build a business with people that don't got no money? How? And there's people on this call that your uncle own a company, your second uncle probably own a big corporation, or your dad or your granddad got. It's a lot of people on this call that, guess what? Your family probably come from money, right? You got all of the advantages. You grew up in a big house. You got a brand new car when you turn 16 years old. I mean, you just had a better upbringing. But then there's someone like me that all I had was hustle. All I had was hustle. And I knew a lot of those people personally, but they're no longer here today doing the business. Why? Because they give up when tough times come around. And I'm just trying to get to everyone on the call to realize, like, listen, it don't matter it don't matter anything. If you have the hustle, I'm telling you, you can build a business that is going to keep growing. And the fact that ACN is always improving, listen, I'm as old as the company. The company is 30 years old. I'm about to be 30 years old. So as the company ages, listen, I want to age with the company. See, everything happens for a reason, right? You got to understand that the fact that you even have a chance to be a part of something where you can even do something like this, it's a blessing in disguise. But most people don't realize it because they don't understand that true wealth, time, freedom comes from you building something that one day can take care of your kids' kids. Because if you take the money that you make in the business and you do the right things with it and you continue to invest into your business, all you're doing is growing it. And the more that you grow it, the more that it grows. But you got to go out there and make it happen. Like, no one can make it happen for you. You got to follow a simple system. Be duplicatable. Just be duplicatable. Dress sharp. Start moving. Listen, people follow people with visions, right? Just start moving like you already got millions of dollars in the bank account. I'm telling you, invest in the dressing sharp. Young ladies, if you're a young lady on this call, dress sharp. Stand out from the rest of your crowd. If a lot of the young girls are going to wear the short dresses and the high heels and things like that, start wearing the business suits. Start standing out. You got to stand out because everybody else is doing the same thing. I like to stand out. I don't like to fit in at all. That's why I grew my hair out. Everybody in the industry, they do the clean cut and no, that's cool. I'm going to just grow my hair out. Why? Because most men can't even grow hair this time in the world. So I'm just being different. When people see me out, they're like, I don't know if he's a rapper, he's a ball player. And then I put on a suit. They treat me different. So it's like, you just don't know. Why? Because I learned that curiosity. If people are curious about what you do, they're going to ask questions. So people always prejudge me until I start talking to them. So I use it to my advantage. I tell people all the time, start dressing different. And people are they're going to start talking to you. What you do for a living? I'm telling you, these little things that I'm talking about made the biggest difference in my business. Because every time I knew that we had an event, I always came in there dressing sharp. Why? Because if I'm not dressing sharp, I don't care how much success I say I have. They're going to look at me and say, your shoes are dusty, your suit is baggy, because those are the same things that we say to people that try to recruit us. And listen, it sounds crazy, but if you want the business to work, I would take that advice. I would start putting the way how you present yourself as the most important thing, because you're selling yourself, you're not selling the company. You're selling you. So again, you might not want to do it. You might not care to dress up. And, men, always keep a fresh haircut. Always keep a fresh haircut. Ladies, always keep your hair done. Why? Because people judge you on that. You can't say you making money and you having success and you haven't had a haircut in 2 months. Because at the end of the day, like I told you, people are judging you. And then they judge the opportunity. Because I remember so many times when people told me, hey, man, I've seen this business before, but this person tried to recruit me. And, and then when they meet me, they want to do the business. Why? Because it's working. See, people are going to judge you on if it's working or it's not working by what they see. And the last thing that I do want to mention is just go out there and just feel as though you the best. Like, people call it cockiness, whatever they call it. They tell you be humble, all of that stuff. It's cool, but no, you gotta feel like you the best. You can't care what people think about you. You know how many people told me that, man, those things don't work. I promise you're gonna quit in a couple of years, or you're not always not gonna be around. But guess what? I'm still around. None of those people are around. I'm still getting paid off for things that people laughed at me about and called me names. And man, I was the laughing stock of my city. Laughing stock. People, man, they said I'm doing so much. I'm just like, man, all I'm trying to do is help. So you know what I said to myself? I'm gonna get to the top of the company and I'm gonna move to another city. And I'm gonna blow up there. And guess what? That's what I did. I said I'm gonna start a whole new life in a whole new city. And guess what? That's what I did. I left. Listen, sometimes you got to leave the environment that you was born in, you was raised in, or that you're familiar with, because if they're not helping you grow, I'm telling you, you're going to be just like the friends that you hang around. You're going to be just like your family members that you hang around. So if all you do is hang around people that is comfortable where they're at in life and you're not even excited about where they're at in life, you're hanging around the wrong people. And you can love people from a distance, but I'm telling you, I had to stop hanging around. Listen, I'm by myself or I'm with my son. Or if I'm with people, it's quality people only. Everyone do not have access to me. Why? Because you are who you spend the most time with. You hang with people that drink, you're going to become a drinker. I don't drink, so I don't hang with people that drink. So I don't have time to go to the bar. I don't have time to do none of those things. See, I started to live a clean lifestyle. And what that did was it got rid of all the negative people. So when it comes time to partying and, just doing anything that don't involve being productive, people don't call me about it. See, if your friends are still calling you to do things that's non-productive, they don't respect you. Because you want to get to the point where your friends and your family members, they know that you're serious about what you got going on. See, that's where the point you want to get to in your life is that people know, man, don't even call this person because they might be working. Get that type of busy because that's what people respect. They respect hard work. They respect it out of everything that I talked about today. If you just outwork everybody, they got no choice but to say, man, that guy been working. And as long as they saying that, you know you're doing the right thing, because you never know who's going to come involved in your business and help you take it to the next level. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it to this day. And I'm just like, man, I remember when they talked about it and it sounded, 10 years later, but I'm like, man, every Friday night I wake up, in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I got paid again. And then the next Friday again, I'm just like, I can't stop this if I wanted to. I don't care what the amount is. I'm getting paid every single week. So if I spend money all throughout the week, guess what? ACN pays me back for my weekly spending. That's kind of how it is now, because it's like, it don't stop. It just don't stop, and it don't matter the amount. What if you made an extra $3,000 a month, extra $4,000, extra $5,000, then get you a nice car or a nice place? Just what if ACN just took care of your rent or your mortgage and your car payments every single month? And you can still do you can still do what you're doing. The best part about this business, I tell people, you don't have to stop being you to do the business. You can still own your company and do the business. Why? Because we're in the people business. We just talking to people. You're offering a service that people need. They're going to continue to use the service. So why not build it? See, now with ACN and this, the Truvy, I'm like, man, I love that app, because people are traveling. And now you know that you can offer a discount savings And what I love about the service, I'm gonna end with this, is just how smooth it is. ACN said you go through the app, exactly what it tells you it is what you pay. It's like straight to the point. Do you not understand how many different websites you might tell you they gotta pay one thing and then you end up paying all of these fees and just the experience is just not great. But with this new traveling that ACN got, I don't think nobody love it more than me because I travel. Listen, I just been booking random hotels throughout the city every single weekend with my son. Why? Because, man, this is my service. How am I going to sell the service if I don't use it? But the experience that I've had from it, I can sell it to anyone because I'm telling you, it's people are traveling every single day. Just think about when we got conventions, right? You can just go straight through ACN and get cheaper. I remember back then when we had to try to figure out different hotels and things like that. But now, listen, we offer that. Do you not understanding that we're in the traveling business already? When now we're just getting paid off of it. So it's all about your perspective. See, I just look at things differently. See, two people don't have the same viewpoint. But when I see the bit, I'm just like, man, they did it again. I remember when energy was big and it's still big. And I remember when cell phones. But traveling, oh, people travel every day. Do you not understand that one service alone can change your life forever to come? I haven't even looked at the points or that come just, I don't know what else to say to y'all to convince y'all to just go out there and build it. That's really all I'm trying to get you. It's just go build it. Don't worry about how much money you're going to make right now. As long as you build it, you're going to get paid. But more importantly, you're going to make an impact. And then one day you're going to hear that people said, because of this person making this decision, my life is no longer the same. I'm living my dreams because you made a decision. And once you become impactful, you'll always make money. So I tell people, chase making an impact, don't chase the money. But the only way to make an impact is by what? Going out there and becoming that person that people want to be like. And what's that? Hardworking, look good, living a great life, meaning that you have time, freedom, you're out enjoying time with your family, you're out just living life. You're not rushing traffic in the early mornings, you're not rushing traffic in the afternoon. Like you can schedule your life around life, if that makes sense. Like me, for example, I like to go out during the day between 10 o'clock and between 3, 4 o'clock. Why? Because guess what? There's no traffic. Everyone's at work. But between 5 and 7 o'clock, I try to hang out where I'm at because I know that everybody else is outside doing traffic and stuff like that. So you get to just change your life around where you can enjoy life. And that's what I want to end the call with today. It's all about enjoying your life. If you're not having fun with it, if you're not enjoying it, why are you doing it? Have fun. Go out there and just do it. Just say, you know what? I'm just going to talk to everybody. I'm just going to talk to everybody because you just never know. You never know. But I promise you that one conversation, it will change your life forever. But if you're scared to talk to people, if you're scared to network, if you're scared to make those improvements, if you're scared to change, then nothing is going to change. You got to become someone new. You got to become someone different. And you got to become a person that people, they want to be like. They want to have your mindset. They want to have your drive. They want to have the type of vision. They want to have that self-belief. Those are the things that people really look at. People follow people because just how much they believe in themselves. Because if you just believe in yourself just enough, it's only a matter of time before you get there because the average person don't believe in themselves. So if you just become above average, you naturally already just stand out. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys was able to get something because I'm telling you, if you haven't got anything, listen, it's working over here. And I hope that you actually go out there and take advantage of the information that I'm giving out because it's working. I'm not telling you something that's not working. Like it's mind blowing. When I talked to my team about this, I'm like, could you believe we still getting paid off with this? And everyone was laughing at us 10 years ago. Nobody's laughing now. So I thank you, Mr. Thomas. The call is yours. And I hope that you guys just go out there and just do it. Like, stop thinking about it. Stop hoping about it. Just do it. Because if you just do it, That's the hardest part, is just doing it. And as you do it more and more, it becomes easy.